Hello class, today we're going to be learning the other way of solving a system of equations using the calculator. This is by using what we call a matrix. So just a reminder, the solution to the system of equations is where our two lines cross. And today when we're using the matrix, it's going to be easiest if we are already given standard form. So remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. Alright, so these are the steps. I am not going to be showing you how to do this in the calculator on this video. I will be posting another video. If you have a different graphing calculator than the one that is in it, look up whatever calculator you have, say type in solving systems of equation using matrix, and then whatever calculator, TI-83, TI-84, whatever you may have. Alright, so in these steps, the very first thing that everyone is going to have to do is make sure you get both equations into our standard form first. This only works in standard form. And the rest of these steps is kind of going to be dependent on what calculator you have. If you are in class, I will walk it through with you as you need help to find some of these buttons, or if you're not understanding what I put here. Alright, so a matrix is two equations and it doesn't have any variables or symbols written in. So this isn't more about using the calculator. This is how we find our solution. So this first is just plugging into the matrix. And then this next part is reading those answers. What is that solution? Alright, so just a little bit about what the matrix looks like. So it's two equations without any variables or symbols written in. So we're just going to fix this and write it as we would see it as the equation. So take the following matrices and write them as an equation. So I'm going to take this top line. All we've done is taken out all of our x, y's, and equals. So when we're in standard form, our x is first. So the 3 is going to go on the x. That minus 1 goes on the y. And the 5 is our constant at the end. So take a second and try that one at the bottom. Alright, hopefully you've had a chance to try this one. That 2 goes with our x. That 1, since it's positive, there's no sign there, we're going to put a plus in there, and it's a plus 1 equals 15. Alright, on this next side, we've got some zeros in there. So let's start with that top equation. And we're going to do the same thing. We have a 1x plus 0y is equal to 4. But hopefully we all know if we do 0 times anything, so 0 times y, it's just going to be 0. And when we add a 0, it doesn't change anything. So we end up, when we solve that out, we get x equals 4. This is what our solutions are going to start looking like, guys. We're going to have x equals a number, and then our bottom part is going to be our y equals a number. So on the bottom, we have 0x plus 1y. That equals 7. So again, that 0 times x will go away, and we get y equals 7. Alright, so we've got a couple of matrices to try out here. The first thing we need to do is make sure they are in standard form. So in this first spot, we have x minus y equals 4. That is in standard form. And then x plus y equals 10. Alright, so I'm going to show you the two things that we're going to do. When you're plugging it into the calculator or online or whatever you're doing, I'm going to do a matrix of what it's going to look like when we put it in. So when we put it in, the number in front of our x is a 1. So I'm going to put a 1 in that first spot. The number in front of our y is a -1, so I'm going to put that in our second. And our last number past the equals is a 4, so that goes third. On our next equation, again, the number with the x is 1. The number with the y is also a positive 1. And the constant is a 10. So the biggest thing is making sure this is in standard form first, and then plugging it into the matrix. Alright, and then whatever method you're using, if you're using the calculator in class, if you're using the online matrix that I've put in your link in Google Classroom, this is the matrix you're going to get out. You're going to get a matrix that looks like 1, 0, 7, 0, 1, 3. Alright, so what this means is x is equal to 7, y is equal to 3. And we do want to write this as an ordered pair, so our ordered pair is going to be 7, 3. And that is our solution to the system of equations. Alright, on this other side, we need to look first and see, are we in standard form? Y equals 2x is not in standard form, so we need to move it around some. We need to get that x over there to our y, so we can subtract 2x from both sides. And we can't combine x and y, so we have negative 2x plus y, and 2x minus 2x will give us a 0. So that is one of our standard forms, and the other, 3y plus 2x is equal to 48. We cannot do that, or we need to switch it around, so I'm just going to rewrite it in a different order. 2x plus 3y equals 48. So now we are ready to plug it into our matrix. So what we put in is going to be number with the first x, negative 2, the number with the y, 1, and our constant, 0. From our second equation, our number with our x is 2, our number with our y is 3, our constant is 48. So again, whatever method you're using, you're going to put in a matrix to look like that. And the matrix you get is 1, 0, 6, 0, 1, 12. So again, this means that our x is equal to 6, our y is equal to 12. So the solution is 6, 12. Alright, and we have a couple of special cases again. If you're given the matrix, those parallel and same lines are going to look a little differently. So if your matrix looks like this, where it has 3 zeros in the bottom, so the bottom has only zeros, that means the two lines that you plugged in are the same lines, and we have infinite solutions. And then on the other side, if your matrix has this 1 and then some number, then 0, so this number is a changing number, that'll change based on some various information. And then the bottom you have that 0, 0, 1. That means that they are parallel lines and we have no solution. Alright, take a few minutes, pause the video here, and do these practice problems on this last page. When you are done, go ahead and hit play and see what your answers are. Alright, so this is what your answer should have been. Check and be careful if you got some of these wrong. Check and make sure that they're written in the right order. Sometimes we forget to look and see if the X and Y's are in the right spot. Make sure when you're moving things over, we change the signs. We've got to do some inverse operations there. So just check some of that algebra and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.